Hats off to the UNLV Lady Rebels as they get their 28th straight Mountain West Conference victory today over the Air Force Falcons, 76-64. Brian German and Rachel Galligan courtside for you to wrap this thing up. And Rachel, I think today it was just a matter of the 25th ranked team in the country is maybe just a little bit better than the Air Force Falcons.
I mean, toe to toe, top to bottom. I mean, you've got some veteran players, you got some a lot more experience on that team. And so I think it showed. But I mean, if I'm Chris Gobrek, you kept this game within 12 points, and you battled for 40 minutes. Both teams kind of went on their runs, but when UNLV went on theirs, man, you really felt it. Yeah,
absolutely. UNLV, the type of team that could have maybe beaten this team by 40, and the Falcons kept it to within 12. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, so to speak, here at the end of the game. And UNLV won where it mattered most, and the rebounds and the lack of turnovers was a big deal.
Yeah, the offensive rebounds, that was an area that this team just is so dominant in. 16 second chance points off of 15 offensive rebounds. That alone is the story of the game. I think UNLV did a really good job of taking care of the basketball after that first quarter. And honestly, Air Force did a good job of taking care of the basketball. I mean, they average about just under 16 a game, only 11 turnovers. Both teams rely on their ability to turn one another over. I think both coaches have to be happy with that. I think one stat that doesn't really show up on this sheet, 44 points in the paint for UNLV compared to Air Force's 24 as well.
Wow. They just have some larger players, and they do a good job with them. But the post player for the Falcons had herself a day, as Rachel Galligan likes to say. It's Dasha McMillan. Happy birthday once again to Dasha. She had 19 points. That's one shy of her career high, which was 20. But she also had 7 rebounds on the day. That's not easy to do against UNLV, and she did it. And she did it her way with 7 rebounds. That ties a career high for Dasha.
Yeah, got to be happy with the afternoon that Dasha had. But on the other end of the spectrum, Kiara Jackson was a problem with her length and her ability to attack off the dribble. I mean, she really is kind of a mismatch issue. Doing a great job of just reading the floor. Has such a high basketball IQ. Finished with 16 points, 7 of 13 from the field. Really didn't have an answer for her. And honestly, the biggest answer that was not found here today was the play of the senior Desiree Young. I mean, honestly, she had a tough night. She really kind of struggled in moments. I think Air Force did frustrate her, but she's just so aggressive on the offensive glass. We saw her get going in the second half a lot, being able to bring the ball up, in the full court, court to court, making some plays and just kind of cherry picking on that last one. Young finished with 26, 7 above her average, so quite the afternoon for the senior.
Yeah, it certainly was, but I don't think Chris Gobrek and company should hang their heads because they played well against the 25th ranked team in the country, and it doesn't really get any easier because now you got to go up the road to Fort Collins on the 17th and take on the CSU Rams. What would you be telling this team as they kind of try and put this one in the rearview mirror?
I think there was some growth from the battling on the rebounds, and I think that the second half energy and just kind of sticking with it, they were not able to play the style of play that they want to in terms of turning the ball over. They were forced to play in the half court more. So I think those are some good teaching points. And some of those teams at the top of this conference, it's gonna look like this. They're going to be ready for that pressure, and they're going to have to defend and get stops in other ways.
They will certainly have to do that. So their next chance to do that will be up in Fort Collins against the CSU Rams. We're certainly happy that you joined us today. Thanks for watching. UNLV gets the victory, 76-64. The Falcons fall to 2-3 in the Mountain West Conference. UNLV still undefeated at 4-0. For my partner Rachel Galligan, I'm Brian German, and for our entire Falcon Vision crew, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.